portion of this video is sponsored by Beatbot. So I just walked, I think, all 2.5 million square feet of CES. My legs feel like they're gonna fall off, but I did it to try to find the best products at the entire show. And it's not easy. There's a lot of like dogs here, but there's also some really cool stuff. So I don't have any trophies, but imagine that I had a few here. Here are the 8 best products of CES that are actually going to be released this year. I'm not talking insane things that are never going to see the light of day. And I tried to pick different categories for kind of everything. So if you're kind of a regular viewer of the channel or just know me, you know I love me some TVs. And CES, really for the past like 7 years, has been where we've seen kind of the best TVs and the new technologies like start to launch. And the floor in some of those 2.5 million square feet are packed with an insane amount of pixels. But here are my favorite. All right, so I have an LG OLED TV at home. It's the G2, and I absolutely love it, but it's getting old in the tooth. It's a few years old. And here at the show floor, got some gigantic updates. So first, it's the new M5 series with its kind of staple Zero Connect box. So you can plug in all your HDMI devices and they're sent to the TV wirelessly. I actually tested this kind of at length in our studio, and it worked surprisingly well most of the time. But LG made some big improvements to make that experience kind of even better. If you're a gamer, I think you'll appreciate the updates to the G5. And this is the update to my TV. They boosted the refresh rate here to 165 hertz. And I think the big story with these new OLEDs is not super slim bezels. This is where I got so excited. It's not the inky blacks, but gigantic changes. So Panasonic might have spilled the beans a little bit on what LG is doing with an RGB tandem OLED. And I could say with, let's say, 99.9% accuracy, I'll tell you what LG won't. But they are using a 4-stack OLED panel for a insanely brighter image. So especially on the G5. So both sets also have LG's new Alpha 11 Gen 2 processor that boasts a host of AI features that they're claiming, again, I haven't tested, will improve picture quality and sound quality automatically. So it can handle sort of upscaling of lower resolution content and better virtual surround audio quality too. Should all be improved. It's a pretty big year for them. So next few products are making kind of all the waves here at CES 2025 for all the right reasons, and they're made by one of my favorite companies, actually this video sponsor, Beatbot. I want to kick things off at the beginning with the AquaSense 2. So it's got 16 different sensors packed inside, so making sure when this thing is done, you can grab it, place it on the wireless charging dock, and it gets to charging. So kind of going up in the lineup is the AquaSense 2 Pro. I think this builds on the previous model, but adds even more. So it's got things like clear water clarification system. It's gonna basically bind smaller particles together, make it easier for the unit to clean your pool. And this thing steps up the sensors. It's got 22 sensors, 11 hours of battery life for surface cleaning. So you've got it all. And finally at the top of the line is the all new and kind of like the biggest, baddest of them all, the AquaSense 2 Ultra that does everything. So it's the world's first AI-powered 5-in-1 robotic pool cleaner that packs in what they're calling a HybridSense AI pool mapping system and 27 different sensors to really easily navigate and clean every like nook and cranny of your pool. It's going to use advanced AI debris detection, sort of zero in on, they call them trouble spots, and kind of optimize the path for like maximum efficiency. They have a self-docking and cordless charging station that makes maintenance a breeze. When the battery is low, you give the app a tap and the robot will automatically dock itself and recharge. Really nothing else that you have to do. It's also the first in the industry to earn a cybersecurity and privacy protection certification from TÜV Rheinland. They even, actually, it's kind of fun, and you can see it behind me, but they even developed an amphibious robo-turtle for ecological research. It's kind of monitor water quality and kind of studying wildlife impact, again, using Beatbot's cutting edge technology. But no matter which model you choose, each one should give you peace of mind. It's going to come with a 3-year warranty. It's really nice to see, I think, what Beatbot is doing here. So the lineup is actually going to be available on February 10th on both the official Beatbot website and on Amazon. If you want to check it out or learn more, kind of stay in the loop, all links you need will be down below. There's also a pretty big upgrade to Samsung's Frame TV this year. And I haven't covered as much Samsung TVs as I probably would have wanted. And I know that this TV is definitely more of like a form over function. I don't think it's for me, but it's definitely for a lot of people out there. I think it's kind of become a viral sensation for its aesthetics and let's call it like, I'll be honest, good enough picture quality. Samsung is capitalizing kind of on that momentum with the successor, kind of the simply named Frame Pro. All right, so the biggest upgrade here is to move to a mini LED panel that supports an up to 144 hertz refresh rate, which is huge. Other big change, Samsung is taking a page from LG's book and is going wireless with HDMI connection. The only cable you really have to hide with the Frame Pro is just going to be power. All right, and speaking of screens, a lot of interesting screen tech the past few years. We've seen transparent displays, rollable displays. They've been kind of a big thing for a while. Lenovo is bringing it from concept like to actually like a real thing. And I mean real, this isn't like vaporware. Meet the ThinkBook Plus Gen 6. If you ever wished you had like more screen real estate on your laptop, press a button. That sounds like science fiction. A rollable OLED display pops up and you can do whatever you need to do. And in classic Lenovo fashion, it's got the stuff you'd expect. It's got a great keyboard, massive trackpad, powered by an Intel Core Ultra 7 Series 2, but that doesn't really matter. The star of the show is a rollable screen on an actual product. It goes up tall though, so the aspect ratio's strange. You gotta probably be more in the world of like spreadsheets or web browsing than like for gaming, but maybe we'll get a version that goes out horizontally. Probably not great for watching movies due to that vertical aspect ratio. But again, this is real and coming this year. And speaking of Lenovo, this is one that quietly behind the scenes I have been asking for a really long time. I love mobile gaming. I don't have much time to sit on my couch and do a lot of gaming. And I spend a lot of time with Lenovo's sort of Legion Go series of mobile gaming. A lot of times specifically with the Legion Go S. And it works exactly as advertised. But if I had to knock on it, it would be that it was powered by Windows. Not that Windows isn't capable of running games. Obviously, that's one of the things Windows is meant for. It's that it's really hard to run games on a very tiny screen, especially when you're setting things up or if you want to pause and come back to games all the time, which is perfect for a portable gaming console. Lenovo, the very first company to now offer a product powered, this is like near to my heart when I say it, SteamOS. And not a version of SteamOS, actual SteamOS like you would get on a Steam Deck, which I am so excited for. And to get all the benefits of the Steam Deck, that Valve's gonna support it just like the Steam Deck with regular update cycles. It's also $100 less than the Windows-powered Legion Go S, starting now at $499. Different processors, you can spec it, and different levels of RAM and storage. But if you're in the market for a gaming handheld, I love SteamOS. I think Valve's absolutely nailed this, and the fact that it's coming to more manufacturers is a humongous win. If you do want to go on the Windows side, they'll still offer and sell that. And you can figure it almost the exact same spec to spec, aside for the price. This next product, I'm just gonna say it's kind of popping up in kind of a very unique way. It's made by Swipit and acts like a toaster, but for your phone, it actually hot swaps batteries into your phone. And it's not like actually gonna open up your phone, it uses a case. But the idea here is simple. You've got a battery case on your iPhone, or really a lot of other phones. And if it dies, you can obviously plug it in to recharge it like everybody else and you're back to 100%. Or in seemingly like less than like 10 seconds, pop it into the Swipit hub and get a brand new battery. And they're actually planning to make this thing. And they show a demonstration and it works really well. The batteries are 3,500 milliamp hours and the company says it'll work with really any phone as long as it's got a compatible case. It's gonna ship in June for $450 and it has, I believe, 5 battery packs inside of it. I think it's really cool if you're gonna have a case on your phone and you want better battery life. I had issues with my 16 Pro battery life, so I don't know, I think if it works, it's an awesome solution. At CES, lots of companies like to take shots at the kings here, and I think the king for technology is Apple in a lot of ways. And there's some interesting contenders that are coming for their crown here. So Apple hasn't updated the Pro Display XDR since before my kids were born. LG is hoping customers will take a look at their option. It is a 32-inch 6K Thunderbolt 5 display that I think kind of goes through and checks every single box. It's got crazy slim bezels, nano IPS back panel, and while specs are kind of yet to be confirmed, there's a good chance it's gonna be a 120 hertz display and have a metal build. In case you're asking, it's got a height adjustable stand built in that comes with it. They're not trying to charge you $1,000 for it. And if you love the idea of a thin and lightweight laptop, but you need Windows or want Windows and don't want the price or limitations of the MacBook Air, ASUS has something that they would like to show you. Meet the ZenBook A14. I'm gonna just call it like it is. It's a MacBook Air, but kind of almost better in every way. It's a ½ pound lighter at 2.2 pounds. It's got a 14-inch OLED display. Technology hasn't even come to the MacBook Pro line yet. And ASUS says a whopping 32 hours of battery life. And the good news, and I guess the bad news for that crazy efficiency, is that this is running on, I think, the really good, and I've used it in other computers and it's worked well, the Snapdragon X Elite platform. While it does, I think, have some quirks, it has gotten vastly better year over year, and there's a good chance it's going to be able to run any app that you are looking to use. With a 1080p webcam, Dolby Atmos speakers, Wi-Fi 7, and a $900 starting price point, there's a lot to like about this for a tiny, lightweight laptop. And finally, I think Acer is always innovating. I've used their product, I spend my money on their products, but one that stood out is weird, but useful. It's the Anker Solix Solar Beach Umbrella, and it does exactly like you'd expect. You use it as an umbrella, but it can do double duty when you're out and about. It can capture the solar sun rays and use them to generate up to 100 watts of power you can use to recharge whatever you've got going on at the beach. I thought that was cool. There's also the Anker 140 watt charger. It's got 3 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A, and a screen. A lot of Anker's newest stuff have a screen, which I find really helpful. I think it's the little things that might not be the flashiest. When you use them every day like me, I think you'll love them. I could probably make this video 45 hours long, but honestly, my feet hurt from walking all those steps. There's a lot of really cool things here at CES. Those were just some of my favorite. If you want to check any of them out, all the links will be down below.